Okay, good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome back, guys. So basically, I want to going for till now, all our students are sharing the scripts through email, right? You are mailing the scripts to me, right? LoadRunner scripts or JMeter scripts for script review, right? So, however, in real time, once you start working in your projects, right, in real time projects, so you will not mail the scripts to your team lead or project lead who is going to do the test executions. So most of the organizations are using some version control systems like GitHub, right? And now what is GitHub means? It is a central repository where your all your project artifacts will be stored at a very high level. Previously, like when I started my career, we used to have SharePoint. We used to use SharePoint websites for uploading all our scripts or uploading all the documents. We used to upload them all to the SharePoint website or OneDrive. But right now, most of the companies are using GitHub for storing all our project artifacts, all our scripts or your documents, test plan document, or reports, test reports, and all, right? So these are called as project artifacts. These are called as project artifacts. We don't store all those into GitHub, by the way. Well, I'm explaining what is meant by a project artifact. What is the meaning of the word project artifacts? What is meant by project artifacts? So documents, right? Your test plan documents, for example, test plan documents, requirement gathering document. Before preparing test plan, we will share the requirement gathering document and we will NFR document. I'll call it as NFR gathering document. Right, test plan document, and then your test script. These are called as project artifacts, performance test scripts. Guys, remember this word, because in interviews they may ask you, where are you storing your saving your project artifacts, right? So your performance test scripts, and then test data files, and your test reports, performance test reports. Test reports means performance test reports. So for storing all these project artifacts, we should have some, we will, most of the companies are using, GitHub for storing all your test scripts and test data files. And for storing for test plan documents and NFR gathering, they are using Confluence. So Confluence tool is used for NFR gathering document and test plan document. These first two. Or they can use a Word document also, right? It's up to the organization because so Confluence is from an organization called Atlassian. The license is costly. License is not cheap. It is a license tool. License is costly also. All right. So if the organization is already having Atlassian license, most of the organizations are using Confluence and Jira, which are both from Atlassian. If they are already having license, they will share you the Confluence link. They will create an account for you, and you need to publish all your documents and reports to that Confluence pages. Okay. So your NFR gathering document, test plan documents will be uploaded to or will be published on Confluence. And for storing your performance scripts, all your performance scripts, most of the companies are using GitHub. So this is a central repository where we store all our PT scripts, test data files, etc. Right? And test reports also. Test reports can be showed on. Test reports can be test reports can be shared on or published on Confluence page itself. Right? And these are the important tools that we use in most of the projects. Jira is used as a bug or defect tracking tool. The reason why I'm explaining this is in interviews, they will ask you, apart from LoadRunner or JMeter, what are the other tools that you used in your project, right? You should remember or you should understand or you should use these Confluence, if you are having real experience, or you should you can't complete a project without using these tools. Any of these tools like Confluence and GitHub or Zira, right? And again, we have multiple tools for even bug tracking also. There is some, what is that?
ADO.
Bugzilla, Zypher, something. Someone's from online said mentioned some tool,
Yeah, ADO, Azure DevOps.
Azure DevOps, right? So like you need to, and some database tools also. We'll be using some DB tools also. So you should mention all these tools in your CV. Confluence, Jira, GitHub, and database tools like DBwork, DB Visualizer. All these tools should be mentioned in your CV as well. DB Visualizer, and we will use some other tools like WinSCP, Putty, WinSCP, Putty and WinSCP, etc. Right? Putty is to connect to the remote Linux machines, and WinSCP is used for file transfer from Windows to Linux. If you want to do some copy some files from your office laptop to your remote machines where you are supposed to execute a test, right? So we'll be using WinSCP kind of tools. So you need to mention all these tools in your CV. Then only they will believe that you are having a genuine experience. If you just keep LoadRunner or JMeter, that won't be enough. They will suspect, even though you are having genuine experience. If you don't mention these tools, they will suspect. Particularly if you are from Telugu states, they will suspect, even though you are having genuine experience. Okay. So particularly from Telugu states. Okay. So you know what the reason why, why, right? All right. So now, like, so till now, for sharing the scripts, you are directly emailing the scripts to me. And I had shared you one mail ID for separate mail ID for that. And you have been sharing all the scripts for review like this, right? So you are sharing all the scripts. Now going forward, what we are going to do is, so we are going to use GitHub for uploading the scripts, because why GitHub first of all? Why do we need this GitHub for to use as a central repository? So why can't we use OneDrive or something? We have a OneDrive. We can share or we can upload scripts to Microsoft Teams also. We can share the scripts through Teams. We can create some folder, central folder in Teams, and you can upload the script. You can share the scripts to Microsoft Teams as well. But why GitHub means there should be some central repository, and we version control that facilitates version control also. Because suppose you are modifying the scripts. There are some application changes or major changes, and you are modifying the scripts, and you want to maintain all those versions. Then this version control systems will help you a lot, right? So in today's session, we will see how to create a GitHub account, right? Our own GitHub account, of course. Once you join into organization, they will, like you need to raise a request or to create a GitHub account from the organization side. But now here, we'll use using your official email ID. But now in this session, so we'll see how to create a GitHub account using our Gmail or something, and how to create a repository. Once you create a GitHub account, we'll discuss how to create a repository. Now let us understand what is meant by repository. What is meant by repository? Repository means a central folder, for each project, we create one repository. We create one repository for each project. A repo, that is also called as repo. Repo for each project, and to maintain or to store all our scripts. To store all our performance test scripts. Performance test scripts. Right? Please remember, like we'll create one repository for performance testing. Functional testing team will create their own repository to store all their test cases, functional test cases. We will store all our performance test scripts in another repository. Clear this? So repository means it is a central folder or central repository where location where we store all our performance test scripts. Right? First, let us see how to create a GitHub account. I am already having GitHub account with all my mail IDs. Can one of you please share your screen to those who are not having GitHub account? Can one of you please share your screen so that and give one mail ID. Be ready with one mail ID with with which we want to create a GitHub account. Anyone from online participants? Yeah, thanks, Arjun. Right. Go to open a new tab and search for GitHub, or go to github.com. Search for GitHub. Just type GitHub. Okay, go to github.com. Yes. Or go to github.com and yeah. So now, oh, you don't have an account, right? So click on sign up on the top right. Please do that. Classroom folks also, online, offline folks also, please do that along with us. Okay. So click on sign up on the top right. On the top right of the page. Here you have it, right? Okay. And create your free account. It allows us to create a free account. So give some mail ID and password that you can remember. Username Saujanya is not available. Okay. So give some add your initial also, or modify it. Yeah, that also won't be available, obviously. Give your full name or initial. Saujanya B is also not available. Swap it. Keep Saujanya after board button, after your surname. Try that. Password, there is some password issue. Observe there, it is still highlighting. It is saying that password may be compromised, or it is list of passwords commonly used in other websites. Use some, at GitHub, password. You already typed some password, right? Give at GitHub, at GitHub. But remember the password, or note down somewhere, note down the password somewhere. Okay, now this is accepted. Yeah, click continue now. Password should be at least 15 characters, it seems. Visual puzzle or audio puzzle. Select visual puzzle. Right. Now, what is it saying? Use the arrows to rotate the object to face in the direction of the hand. You should rotate that bike in the direction of that hand by using that left arrow and right arrow in the second image. Yes. One more time. Now it should be in the downward direction. One more time. Yes. Okay. Now you can manually continue if you are redirected automatically. So they had, you should have received a code to your mail ID. Please enter that code over there. Some OTP kind of. Check your Gmail and enter that code there. Saujanya, what happened? You did not receive that code?
Yeah, not received. Shall I try with another
No.
mail ID?
Again, that also may be repeated. Refresh your inbox once, or click on resend the code. Click on resend the code. Right. So please check now.
No, not yet received. Or else I will try with another mail ID.
Yeah.
For this.
Anyone able to create an account and login? Done? Okay.
Yes, Pawan. Have logged in.
Okay. Now we know. Now see how to create a repository. I want to show that repository and close the session for today. USOW otherwise. Okay. Okay, your account was created successfully and please sign in to continue. Okay. Now this is how it looks like the GitHub intro. Guys, look at here. Look at here. So, okay, if you already created, that's fine. So now, this is how your GitHub interface looks like, right? Now on the top left, you see something called create your first project, isn't it? Now click on that create repository. Repository means for each project, we create one repository. So click on that create repository, right? And now give that repository name there. You see there, you have a text box to give the repository name, right? So give it as AOS. So let us, let us create a repository for AOS. Okay, AOS is available. Okay. And now give the description. Please give the description that is optional, of course. That is optional. Scroll down and, you can make it public or private. If you make it public, anyone on the internet can see this repository, right? You choose who can commit or make it private. You can, if you make it private, you choose who can see and commit to the repository. Yeah, select private and initialize this repository with a add a readme file. So if you want to create a readme file, you can give it over there, select the checkbox and just click on create repository. Select the checkbox, that is optional. You can either select or leave it. And now click on create repository button. We don't have a license, so ignore that choose a license drop down. Click on create repository and you are creating a private repository in your personal account now. And now once you create a repository, this is how it looks like, right? And now what is it? You click on add file. If you want to upload a file, so you click on add file. You see a green color code button, right? Before that you have add file. Yes. Click on add file. Upload files. And like if you are already having AOS user registration, did you complete that AOS user registration script?
No.
So you can click on choose your files and upload the script. Okay.
Okay.
You can click
Okay.
on choose your files and upload the script. So work on the script, finish that script, or you can upload any file also. You can upload any Word
Okay.
document or something just to try
Okay.
it out. Select some, Word document or something, or Excel sheet, anything is fine. Yeah, Excel sheet, right? Now, click on that, commit changes. Click on that button, green color button. Now that file got added to that repository, right? Do you see that, you can see that file over here, right?
Yes.
So you see that book1.xls is added now, isn't it?
Okay.
And you need to share this if you want to share the script for review. You need to share that link to me, right? And
Yeah.
how to share that? Anyone? Notan or those who are already working. So how to share that? Mahesh or Notan?
You can take the browser address bar URL.
Okay. Share it once, copy that. Huh? Is there any direct share option on the top right? You see is hover your mouse on the options. Pull request. Okay, we'll discuss that pull request and all. We don't need it now at this moment. So we don't have a direct share option, right? Type / to search and click on that. Can you see what is this option? Chat with Copilot.
with
Okay, this is
Copilot.
Copilot. Okay. Okay. So can you post that link in the Zoom chat or somewhere, and let me check if I will be able to access like that directly.
Okay.
Paste that link, right? And paste that link in the Zoom chat. And I'll try to log in with my account, and I'll share my screen, and let me check if I will be able to log out. Copy path. Hey, that is fine. So paste that link. Let us try that. Let's try that. And share it in the. Can you please share it in the Zoom chat?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm stopping your screen share. Thanks, Saujanya.
Okay.
I'm sharing my screen. I need to log into my account. I'll show that. Let me try to log in and see if I am able to access and download it. So if anyone want to access, obviously they also need to have an account with us. With that, okay. Oh, forgot credentials. Device verification code. No, somehow I'm unable to access. This is not the web page you are looking for. I'm unable to access. Do one thing, Saujanya. Can you please share your screen and add me as a collaborator?
Okay.
Huh? Copy path. No, that also will be the same, right? That also works in the same way. So do one thing. So go to settings. Please go to settings and
Collaborators.
Collaborators. Yes. And please add my mail ID as a collaborator. Add people. Click on that green button. Add people at the center bottom center. Yes. Add people. And now type my mail ID perftest.kb@gmail.com. Try it out. perftest.kb.kb. gmail.com. Right. Invite to AOS. Yeah. Now add that, add perftest.kb at gmail.com. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now we know like pending invite, right? Now I will accept that invite. I'm sharing my screen. So I should have received an email now. So first I need to accept as you see here, I had received an invite. So view invitation. Let me click on view invitation and accept invitation. Right now I am able to access that our files. Right, I can download it. Let me download it. Let me download it.
Pawan, did you share your screen?
I am sharing my screen. Aren't you seeing that?
No,
You are not seeing that?
no problem. I'm seeing my screen.
Can you please stop your screen share?
Okay.
You will see that in the recording anyways. You should be able to see that in the recording. Right now you are seeing my screen. Are you seeing my screen, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So now once you send an invite, I had accepted that invite, right? And then I was able to access the folder. I was able to access your repository. Sorry, I was able to access the repository and I am able to download the file. All right.
Okay.
So please share the scripts like this for now. Yes. As it is private, yeah. So as it is private folder, while creating the repository, we made it as a private, right? That's why like only those who are invited to that repository are added to that repository only will be able to access. Now I am able to, say I'm able to download that Excel file, right? So similarly, I should be able to download your scripts also. Let me go to downloads folder and show that. Or let me confirm that. See, this is the Excel file that she has uploaded, isn't it? So now you similarly, upload your scripts, upload your scripts also to the similar way, and I should be able to download the scripts, and I will going forward will use GitHub for uploading the scripts, right? And like you are creating your own repository. Now it will be you will have complete control on it. Previously, what I used to do is I used to create repository and I used to ask them to add to the repository, but you will not have access later on. But now with this approach, you will have full control on your repository and your scripts. All your scripts, you can upload all your scripts to GitHub repository and for future reference. Okay. So I think this is the best approach, right? So creating your own repositories and uploading the scripts to that repository. Okay. So we'll stop it here, guys, for today. Any queries, guys, before we close the recording or before we close today's session? So please understand here that we are using GitHub user interface here. Guys, listen here. We are using GitHub user interface here. There are some GitHub commands also, which you have to use from that GitHub command prompt. Right? In interface, they may ask you, are you familiar with any GitHub commands for pull request, etc. So tell that we used user interface, okay? Because we have Linux commands, we need to practice Linux commands and SQL queries, right? If you are interested to practice these GitHub commands also, well and good, right? But otherwise, you can say that we used user UI, and that is how we managed the project, right? So with this, I'll stop it here, guys, for today.